get across a creek. Well, the logging company, the owner of this land, they came in here and they kind of improved on my bridge by quite a bit. It looks a lot different now. I do enjoy cooking, but this is a lot. The way we do our meals here in camp is we have kind of a continental breakfast where there's just quite a few different things that you can eat basically between 7:30 and 9 whenever people get up or whatever. We're often up late at night, and so it's easier to just you know, have something that people can make, throw in the microwave or whatever for breakfast. Then we have our big meal of the day about 1:30 or 2 o'clock, which is, you know, we grill some steaks or, you know, burgers. We have a build your own burger, lasagna. That's our big meal of the day. And then people come in the evening at different times. Like if somebody shoots a bear early, they might be back in camp before dark. You know, if somebody shoots a bear right at dark and they're a long ways away and the guide's got to help them recover the bear and then get back here, then they're skinning the bear, they might not be in here until 11 or 12 o'clock at night and they're hungry. So this is a meal that we just put in the crock pot, the third meal of the day. Basically, we have a crock pot or a roaster most of the time, and you know, that way people can eat whenever they come in. You know, it could be 4 or 5 hours between the time when the first person starts to eat and the last person eats. So it's just nice to have a hot meal when people get back. So this particular one is cowboy stew. And I like to make these up ahead of time and freeze them, and so all I got to do is put them in the roaster and turn the roaster on when we take people out to the stand. Cowboy stew is something that a friend of mine started making when we were kids. We were in high school and he heard of this recipe from his grandmother or something, I don't know. But I kind of improved on it a little bit. Hope you don't mind, Marty, that I'm saying that I improved on it a little bit, but he was a childhood friend that got me started on this. And man, we make this fishing trips in Canada, when we're camping as families and stuff like that. We make this all the time. And this is one of the nighttime roaster meals, and I have 2 weeks of hunters, and so this is half of this will be for the first week and half will be for the second week. And what's in here right now is about 3 pounds of bacon crumbles, 12 pounds of hamburger, a couple of onions, 12 cans of pork and beans, I don't know how many, like a bottle and a half of ketchup, and a big thing of Heinz 57 steak sauce. And I think that's everything that's in here. But it's really, really good. And at night when you come in and you're hungry for something hot and you just take a bowl full of this, it really helps fill you up. And just one of the things that we do. Thought you'd be interested in cowboy stew. Well, we are almost to the best time of the year. You might think that opening day of bear hunting season is the best time of the year, but honestly, I think the opening of baiting is actually the best time. I just enjoy being in the woods so much and helping people get bears, and the excitement and I guess the anticipation of seeing all the bears and knowing that we got people coming from all over. Man, I got people coming from several different states this year, and they're going to have a chance to shoot a bear. And I really get a kick out of doing this. I just enjoy it so much. And I'm grateful that you are along riding shotgun, because you're going to see some really cool stuff this year. I'm absolutely certain. So it's been really busy, and I'm very, very tired right now, but I'm ready. We got 24 baits to put out tomorrow, Friday. Got 2 grandsons that are getting old enough that they can do a lot of the work along with me. I got several people that are, part-time employees, I guess you'd say, my guides that are going to be able to help on Friday and Saturday. We got 24 bait sites to put out. That's a lot of work. And we can do it in 2 days, actually about a day and a half I'm expecting that we're going to be able to do it in. And we start out with 24, but I probably won't have 24 bait sites going by the time the season opens. It seems like there's always a couple of sites where we just have, sows with cubs and small bears, or nocturnal bears that we're just not going to keep feeding bears that we're probably not going to have a chance to shoot anything at that site. So I always end up dropping a couple. A couple I'll probably add more barrels to. We got so many bears coming to some of these bait sites every year that we have to just keep adding more barrels so we can go in there so we don't have to go in there every single day. We try to minimize the number of trips in there, but I'm a big believer in making sure that every time a bear comes, he gets something to eat, and so he can lay up nearby and he doesn't go exploring and find someone else's site. And there are other local baiters, and it seems like every year there's a couple of new ones. There's people that wait 5 years to draw a tag, and I don't see any point in tripping over people. I usually try to talk to people and try to get along with them and work with them. And if they're only drawing a tag every 5 years, I want them to be able to get their bear and have a great experience. So, sometimes I might back off a little bit in a certain area. But we just want to make sure that we got plenty of bears. I got 18 hunters this year. So I fully expect that we're going to shoot 18 bears. We're probably going to end up feeding about 120 to 150 bears like we've done in the past. It's just the way it works, and we shoot a small percentage of the ones that we feed. But there's going to be a lot of good trail camera pictures and videos coming your way. It's going to be a pretty exciting season. I'll tell you what I'm seeing out there is it's been dry, and there is a lack of natural foods. Some things are doing pretty well. For whatever reason, I don't know, the raspberries were really late this year, and I've been seeing a lot of raspberries here just this week, and usually they're well done by now. the dry conditions has affected quite a bit of things. There's less raspberries. I haven't seen any blackberries yet. I would say there's less choke cherries. The acorns are not very numerous, and they're kind of smaller than usual, so I just feel like it's going to be a pretty good year for the bears to be hitting the baits pretty hard. So as you saw in earlier videos, I got plenty of bait here for now. I always think I have enough. I got about 40 barrels of bait. I've also got some M&Ms and fruit snacks to add into the trail mix. Some of the trail mix that I got, some of it's even not really trail mix. It's just nuts with rolled oats mixed in. And so I got some mini M&Ms and some fruit snacks to mix in with it to kind of give it some sweetness. I like a mixture of sweetness, but I also got 30-some barrels of trail mix that does have some dried fruits and raisins and stuff like that in with it, and some M&Ms. So it should be pretty good. I got good quality bait. It's been getting harder and harder to get really good quality bait at a decent price because bait just keeps going up. But I feel pretty good about what I've got. Usually I go through about 8 to 10 5-gallon buckets full of fryer oil. This year I just got a lot of extra fryer oil. I must have 20-some buckets. I actually called up some local bear hunters from this area and donated a few buckets of fryer oil to them. I'm all stocked up on Northwood's product, as you saw, and I also have a bunch of buckets of fryer oil mixed with Gold Rush ready to put out. I've checked all 24 sites. I've went through the trails and cut trees and brush and things like that. Now, you can't preempt a site according to the DNR, meaning you can't go out there and prepare your site, put your sign up and stuff like that, and just try to keep anyone else from using the site. It's just wide open. So even these baits that I've hunted every single year, a person could actually go in there if they got there before me and use that site. People wouldn't do that. I suppose some people would, but most bear hunters are pretty conscientious and they get along well. So I really don't worry about that too much. I mean, if somebody's really willing to do that, they can just have it. But I have put some cameras on some of the sites. Now, I've got a few sites. I've actually added a few more that have cell service. So I'm putting these Moultrie mobile trail cameras on them. And I'm experimenting, trying to learn more about these bears, and I've actually went out and put some of these cell cameras on the sites when I went to check them, and I've already got bears that are coming to the trees, and it's just amazing to me that they know what time of the year it is where these baits are going to be available to them, and they can go right to, they might be 10, 20, 30 miles from here, and they know to go right to the tree, and they're ready to come as soon as the baits get put out there. So I've dropped a couple baits from last year. I had a couple that just weren't that great. Had one that always seems like it has other people baiting close to it, so I'll just let them have that. Have one that just got taken over by wolves the last 2 years, so I'm going to drop that one. I'm adding a couple more, and interestingly, one of them that I'm adding this year, I've never baited it before, but I've looked at that site back in there for several years and go, man, I got to get a bait in here. And it's way back in past any of the other baits. It's a long four-wheeler ride. But I went in there and I put a ribbon on the tree and put a camera out there. The ribbon is to mark the tree, so my guys, if I'm not the one that's baiting it, one of my guys will know which tree to attach the barrel to. If you look at this video right here, here comes a bear, and like I said, I've never had a bait here before, but this bear walks up and it really looks to me like he just pulls that ribbon off the tree and eats it. And I have no idea why, but anyway, boy, you learn new things every day in the woods with these bears. So it's a beautiful evening here, and we're about to hit the woods full speed, man, because we're going to be going hard every day for the next 2 weeks, and then when the hunters come, then it really even ramps up even more. And man, I'm tired, but man, does the lake ever look inviting right now. I feel like I better go catch some crappies before it gets dark. They're just kind of calling my name. So the next time you see us, we will be putting baits in the woods, and it's going to be an exciting year, and I'm just really grateful that you're watching this channel, that you're a subscriber, and we will see you in the next video coming along here in just a couple of days.